One time I was at a bar and I was so drunk that I was like thinking I was looking cool, and I'm just leaned up against the bar and I threw up quickly and then was like, and stayed sitting there hoping that nobody saw.
No,
Yeah.
everybody saw.
I'm sure somebody saw.
thing
Oh
about-
God, I hope nobody saw. But if anyone saw, it's even crazier because then they'd be like, that guy still there.
But then maybe you trick them by like being so they're like, maybe he didn't throw up and I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's an
Maybe I'm
optical
drunk.
illusion. Like when you trip and then you like don't look back on the thing you trip at and you keep walking to look cool. It was like the throwing up version of that.
The thing about puke though is it also smells.
And also, you just told us you're the loudest puker in the world. Yeah, so you're just sitting there like,
Why you wanna fight about nothing?
You should probably explain why you're dressed up like a weirdo right now.
What? I always wear this.
Well,
I was told it was a pajama party episode.
yeah, you were told it was a pajama party, and
is this what you wear to sleep?
I mean, no. Truthfully, no.
I
But
was going to say, lucky girl.
is it pajamas?
This is what I wake up to every morning.
Do you say pajamas or pajamas?
Pajamas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
pajama sounds nicer though.
Pajama. Bananas and pajamas.
These are pajamas. Bananas in pajamas. Those are pajamas.
Pajamas.
Yeah, so you don't sleep in that.
Well, you know what I realize now, only now? None of your legs are in the shot, really? I guess they're in the wide. So it just looks, that could look like just like normal clothes.
Yeah, but like that's what I wear to sleep, right?
Oh, you sleep in these?
I just sleep in boxers is what I sleep in. So that's the I mean,
None
am
of
I
your...
gonna show up? Am I gonna show up in boxers? Is that what we're gonna do? And pretend that this is what
Is it any crazier than this? I don't know how many episodes in it's less crazy. Do you guys sleep in these or?
No.
You don't know what I sleep in. I sleep in like big t-shirts. Why are you asking me like you don't know?
You Winnie the Pooh it?
Yeah.
Big t-shirts, no pants?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
I didn't
me
get
in
it
a
at
tube
first.
top, the red tube top going to bed. Yeah, that's how I live my life.
Just sad Eeyore calling you all night.
Just like a muumuu.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad used to
That's
rock a
comfy.
muumuu all the time. It was so embarrassing. Like my friends would come over and my dad would be like, he had this like one plaid muumuu, and because he sleeps in a muumuu, and he had this one like floor length plaid muumuu, like
God.
I feel like Scrooge or something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like full Scrooge vibes. But he didn't realize that it was weird, and like my friends would come over and he would just be like cruising around in his muumuu.
Okay, that's nice. That's just like wearing a bed sheet.
Yeah,
He's already in bed.
Would you wear boxers under it?
probably not.
That's dad confidence. Only dads have that level of confidence just to be like, yep, there's a thin cloth.
It's so
Nobody's
funny.
gonna want to have sex with me ever again. I'm doing this.
No, but it's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody's after your dad in that movie. I didn't mean to insult him. He still has his sex appeal.
Yeah, if Jenna's dad is listening,
That guy still got it.
He doesn't wear the muumuu anymore. When they got the bed and breakfast, he had to like start getting dressed.
Okay. Yes,
there was too many Yelp reviews being like, yeah, great
Too
place
sexy
other
in
than
the
the...
muumuu.
Too
It was
sex-
distracting.
I was there on my
Distract my
honeymoon.
wife and his moo.
Yeah, my wife had sex with him on our honeymoon.
Yeah. You don't sleep in this. What do you sleep in?
No, I sleep in boxers too. I'm a boxerman myself. You don't like sleeping in the nude?
I don't mind sleeping in the nude, but I feel like something's missing. And
The
it's
boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most of the time, I just you pass out. So it's
because you're drinking. You don't go to bed. You
drinking
only
so
pass
heavily.
out.
Well, do you have a nighttime routine before like?
Yeah, of course. I gotta like when you're talking about skincare, like
Yeah, well, like
She's younger than us. She's smarter. She like she was raised with a skincare routine.
you have to. I don't know, or maybe I was capitalized on where they're like, you have to buy 1 million serums,
Yeah.
otherwise this is gonna happen to you.
Otherwise,
Buy,
you'll look like
buy,
these guys.
consume.
Yeah.
What is your lead up to bedtime routine then?
I actually been starting to have a lot of baths. I enjoy and I put
I
like
love a good bath.
I love a good bath, and I put and then I put tea in it. So
Tea inside the bath.
I
You
heard
are-
it was like, oh, like
You are the tea.
you are the tea. You drink the tea, but then you soak in the tea.
You're not drinking the bath.
No. You have a cup of tea, and then you also make tea for the bath.
Your mouth is open.
And like
Like you're a cartoon character.
You're in the
In
what kind of tea bath are you having? Is it a orange
Chamomile.
pekoe? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just iced tea. It's just Nest tea.
Yeah, just it's tea. I have an Arizona in there. and,
You
like-
leave the bath looking like a spray tan every night.
Yeah, doesn't that have like a dye that bathtub? No.
No, it's I don't think it's that strong, but it does kind of look like swamp water. I call it my swamp water bath,
Ooh,
and I just
okay.
pretend I'm a mermaid in a lagoon. Maybe that's too much information.
No.
And then
I go to
anyways,
bed to this.
And then I come in and I'm like, maybe it's not so far fetched.
Imagine I could only sleep in this. Like it was like some childlike, like a kid can't sleep without their stuffed animals. This is the only way I
Yeah,
can
so
pass out.
I mean, it looks like it's been used. So that's.
Look, I sometimes wear it if I watch TV on a cold day.
Oh yeah.
It's not an unworn outfit.
Is it an unwashed outfit?
It's not as washed as it probably should be. Do you like it? Do you think you make it your own?
No. But you know, a lot of fun people wear onesies. So it's like I think that was a fun thing to do for people for a good little while. They were just like,
think so.
we're getting onesies and we're going out drinking, or we're getting onesies and I'm gonna be a big fun guy.
Yeah.
You
To be a
subscribe.
big fun guy.
And the fun.
You,
Fun guy.
Ian, are a big
Do you think it,
fun
what
guy.
kind of animal do you think it is?
Polar bear?
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a sheep.
Really? You're right, Jenna. It's a polar bear. At least that's how that's why I paid good money for this. To look aggressive and scary.
I mean, you know, the little hearts on the elbows really throw me off. Never
Polar bears are the most dangerous animal on the planet.
They've
Kill.
also got the biggest hearts.
On their elbows.
They sell the most Coca-Cola.
I believe the blue whale actually has the biggest heart.
Okay. Well, science over here. The largest mammal heart. Actually, are whales mammals too? Yeah,
Yeah.
they are because they give birth to live babies.
Do you feel like the bath has helped you fall asleep? Like, are you
Yeah.
the person that goes,
Oh, yeah.
you hit the sheet and you're asleep, or do you need
I
some?
used to not be able to. I used to listen like ASMR and stuff, and now I feel like I am able to lie down and like be asleep in at least 20 minutes. Not like this guy who's falling asleep in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, so you're a passer out. No, so nobody here sits here and lays awake at nighttime, like dreading their life.
Mine is more
No,
if I.
just you.
No.
Nobody else? Nobody else?
I think some people have a lot of anxiety, so they stay up and think about their life. But
By a lot of people, are you referring to you?
I've heard. No, I'm a passer out. I just.
Oh, you are.
I
Okay.
don't. I go from living to asleep, and
And
that's
you
it.
don't have any routine.
I have a routine. You try and clean up, brush the teeth.
Oh, yeah,
You do the standard things before bed.
Do
you
your
get in the
dishes.
sheets. Do the dishes.
Do you do
Do the
anything
closing
like-
shift.
Don't do the dishes.
Do you do anything that's like outside of the normal of like brushing your teeth and stuff? Do you do like stretching, or do you do like?
Ooh, I wish. That's the thing. I tried to have a like during the pandemic time, just like really get in bed like at 8:30 or something nice, right?
Yeah.
Put on a little rain sound. Treat yourself right. You know, get the pillows up underneath the legs there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, things
Okay,
were
yeah.
good. And then work started back up, and now it's
you're
just
like,
like
I don't have time for that.
Face to pillow.
face the pillow, good night.
That's the thing is I obviously have a lot of anxiety as well, but it doesn't keep me up. I think that's just why I'm so tired by the end of the day. It's like
Working
the
so
brain is like, we're out and it's just ready to die. You don't wake up in the middle of the night ever, any of you guys, and just go stare at the ceiling and ponder the abyss?
Like, not really. I fall asleep like everywhere. Like, I fall asleep in the bath.
Yeah.
Fall asleep driving.
Those are both dangerous.
I'm a bit of a daredevil.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Have you tried a tea bath yet?
You should try a tea bath.
I had like a bath tea once, but not
Yes.
like actual tea. I've never tried.
I've seen them sold, like they have the tea bath that you can like, but I'm just like, why would I do that when I can buy $2 tea bags?
Yeah, no,
And it's the same thing.
you know what though? I got it as a gift. I can't remember who, but that also doesn't matter. But I got it as a gift, like bath tea, and it came with like the little like sack, and I drank it. I like didn't know it was bath tea. I thought that it was like
Oh my god,
the
this
same
tastes
thing,
like
though.
Epsom salt.
yeah, but it was like it was fine. But then
It
I
was
found
delicious, actually. So I've been.
So I've been drinking bath tea for a long time.
I know, but it took me a second too, and then I realized because I was off like told that like, oh, you're drinking that, you dumb idiot, and then but then I was like, oh, I put it in my bath, but then I forgot to put it in the bag, and then you just have like loose.
Oh yeah, you.
And then
can't
it's like,
have
well,
it-
what do I do to drain this?
Well,
it was
see?
too much.
That's another reason of having tea bags. is you don't get
Herbs easy clean up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't see that happening. Just dumping tea leaves into the bath with you, huh? that it would be clog your drain.
I
And,
was asleep.
yeah.
I just love the idea of imagining Jenna throwing tea bags in there and then drinking like Old Spice body wash in the morning. Just
Doing it completely
I didn't
wrong.
know this was body wash.
Do you do the Epsom salt? I hear Epsom salt's very
yeah.
nice.
100%.
I got a eucalyptus spray.
Ooh.
Okay.
Very nice.
Spa-like experience.
Do you have a nighttime routine as well?
I like to brush my teeth.
Bam. There you go.
you.
Keeping it simple. And
And you water pick because I'm a straight up floss man.
Ooh, we're a floss and water pick family.
our water pick broke.
Oh yeah,
No,
Max.
you
did
find
it.
it. You find it. So I've never tried the water pick.
Oh, you'll love it. Hard to get into the routine. It's hard to add anything into a routine.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, you got to start
Exactly.
slow, and then by the end you'll have that thing cranked on 10, and you'll just be.
So what is it? It's just like power washer then.
Yeah.
Power.
Like
Pressure
when you go to
washer.
when you go to the dentist and they
But you'll notice that's the thing that I noticed is you brush your teeth, you floss,
Yeah.
but then you'd water pick and stuff would still come out. It's like if you only brush your teeth and then you get into flossing, people are like, oh wow, I didn't realize how much stuff I was leaving behind.
Yeah.
Same thing with the water pick. You add that in there, you're like, wow,
So you're flossing and water pick
oh yeah, baby, we're doing it all.
and then mouthwash.
do you tongue scrape?
I don't
we
do
put the
mouthwash.
mouthwash into the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
That's
And,
yeah.
tongue. Yeah, the tongue scrape is a game changer as well.
You guys tongue scrape.
Wow. I want a tongue scrape.
it's
Tongue scrape.
tongue scrape.
Because I've seen it on Instagram ads or.
I seen it too, and I was like, "Are you guys lying to me? What is this?
No, it's great. It's also like
It's
pretty
real
gross.
deal.
Different than using your toothbrush? Better than using your toothbrush?
Oh, way better.
Oh, okay.
It's like scraping paint off the wall.
Are you guys electric toothbrushers?
Yeah, but like just recently.
Yeah, I'm still a manual, but maybe no.
I'm a manual because my gums were receding because of the electric, because it only goes the one way. So on what it'll push up my gums. So I have to like push down on my gums with my toothbrush. Otherwise they go.
They said mine are receding as well, but I'm committing to the electric.
Well, I guess we'll see.
They're like, please stop
say bye to
using
your
this.
gum.
Yeah, well, I guess so. They don't grow back, I hear.
No, they're yeah, I'm sure eventually. I don't know.
No.
I'm not gonna.
That's
say
why we're
no.
sponsored today by gum graphing.
I used to not be able to use an electric toothbrush because I've got like pretty small teeth that every time I'd brush my teeth with an electric toothbrush, it would make me sneeze.
Oh.
And like, I don't know if you've ever sneezed with a mouthful of toothpaste, but it's like not a really cool experience.
I thought you were just gonna leave it as. I don't know if you've
I don't
ever
know if you guys have
sneezed.
ever experienced sneezing
I've
before,
seen it. Looks scary.
but like, whoa.
Yeah, I
What
can
an
imagine. I have sneezed with toothpaste, and you feel like a nostril cleanse in some way, but
Yeah.
it just goes everywhere, all over the mirror.
Are you a
Burnt
cinnamon? We talking cinnamon as a toothpaste, or we all straight mint people?
No cinnamon. I had like, I
Some
had a
people, you do like a
really-
juicy fruit flavored.
What are we, 3?
I had a really bad night in university once, a really bad fireball night on a pub crawl.
Ew.
And the next morning I was like not at my house and I tried to brush my teeth and they had a cinnamon toothpaste. But I was hungover on fireball.
Why weren't you at your house? Wait, let's rewind. You woke up not at your house after drinking Fireball.
Somebody's house who uses cinnamon toothpaste. That
For
guy's a
That's
serial
a
killer.
red flag, is that right?
No, but it forever has ruined cinnamon for me.
I don't know if you've ever sneezed and thrown up with
It's not a
Toothpaste.
great lot of things going on.
Do you guys ever eat toothpaste?
Eat toothpaste?
Nah, neither have I. I remember when I was a kid and I was like, I was transitioning from like kiddie toothpaste, that's the fruity kind, to adult. I don't know why, but I would just eat a little bit of it. Not a lot, just a little.
Just a couple,
Just
a
like
little
a
taste.
little, yeah.
I once ate like
I just
half a
liked
box
it.
of Tums, and the babysitter found me and was like, "This is not okay." But I love the taste of that little chalky. So I'm not totally opposed. I can see how a kid would like to chew a little bit of that sweet paste.
for eating, yeah. Someone's ruined mint chocolate chip for me. It's telling me that ice cream is like eating toothpaste.
Oh, I can
See.
see that.
Yeah, and it's I can't have it anymore. I still have it.
Yeah.
And you're eating toothpaste.
I still
You're
like
like,
it.
I like toothpaste.
I guess you're right. I guess I like toothpaste.
Do you guys
I should
have
just go around eating?
Do you have alcohols like that you can't drink anymore because of a bad night? Fireball.
Like, I'll still do it.
I'll still do
You
it.
can't do Red Bull either, can you?
Oh, Red Bull is, but I don't. That's not like from having too many Red Bull. That's just because Red Bull is disgusting.
But do you think you once had it and threw up and now it reminds you of vomit smell?
Like, I'm sure I've had it and thrown up.
I've thrown up with every drink at one point.
It's pretty wild. No. I think that it's just, well, I don't know. The only time that I can remember like drinking Red Bull and like being okay would be in like Thailand with the like it was
The real Red Bull.
the real Red
The little,
in
yeah.
the buckets.
That when they first came here, it
bucket.
was served in those glass bottles.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they made billions of dollars and got sexy with the cans.
Right.
Yeah.
I like those tiny little bottles, so like little airplane.
They're cute.
They're cool. When we were in Thailand, I was getting them a lot, and it does feel like they're a little sweeter. They feel more concentrated, but it also does feel you're like, maybe
like
there's
they
a
feel-
reason they watered this thing down.
Yeah, it's like their cough syrup. It's like
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe.
Yeah.
Very much has a medicine-y vibe. But it's like 60 cents, and you can get the like North American or European cans of Red Bull there too.
Right.
But that's like $4. So it's like you're
Yeah.
paying for the import
Yeah.
version of the Red Bull.
You're importing the thing that was made.
Was exported, recanned, and then sent back.
Gotcha.
So no alcohol? You never had a horrible night with like tequila or something that you were like, never again?
Oh, I said Fireball too.
Oh, Fireball.
I just don't like the. I've never
Who's
liked
just
it.
drinking
because
straight up Fireball on
cinnamon hearts. I hate cinnamon.
When you're skiing, it's not a bad thing. You stick it in a little flask on a cold day.
Yeah, sure.
it was 50% alcohol. It was like all we drank.
50, is it 50%?
Wow.
I know. I got really messed up one night on peppermint schnapps. Yeah, they raided the old parents' liquor cabinet for a night. Took that because no one was drinking it. You
Yeah.
see it. No one's. It's been.
It's funny when you're a kid,
No
you're like,
one's
why
having
does no
this."
one want this? It's so obvious
gonna
now
be nice.
why you would not want the
Oh
schnapps.
yeah, it was a nightmare. This is one of those times that you're throwing up and you're rolling on the ground, and it was bad.
Rolling on the ground.
Yeah, like you're just not with it. You're throwing up peppermint at the same time, so it's coming out.
It's
Peppermint.
pepper spray.
Yeah, it's bad.
Going in peppermint's coming out peppermint.
Yeah, it's like 16 or
You
something. at the
still
time.
like mint ice cream.
Listen, maybe I lied. I love the stuff. I can't get enough of peppermint.
What about you, Ian?
Red wine.
You can't drink red wine?
Not really.
Really?
One night on my birthday,
I love wine.
Not even a jammy Merlot.
I'll have the tiniest bit. Now, I used to drink it with dinner now and then, like one would. And then on my birthday one year, 3 of us ordered 9 bottles. So we had 3 bottles each. And exactly, the rest of my night was just throwing up all over the house. Not even like making it to the bathroom puking, just like woke up and the walls are red and the floor is red. And
That happened with my brother-in-law at my sister's wedding, and I was like the most sober one there, and I ended up like cleaning it up, and I'll never let him live it down.
red wine like that?
Yeah, it was like it looked like a murder scene. It was like,
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
throwing up all over the place.
no, I wasn't. My brother-in-law was at
okay.
my sister's.
Also,
wedding,
the
not his
idea
wedding.
of you being the most sober person in a group is pretty astounding from what you've told us about the rest of the stories today.
That's fair. That's touche.
Have you ever had to throw up all over somebody's apartment?
Had to.
I
I'm sorry, I gotta do this.
I don't think so. Well, I threw up in church once.
You did?
I did.
Whoa, that's like
Not like
exorcism.
I know, not like in the church, but I was definitely drunk, still drunk in the morning. I threw up before church, and then I was like, okay, I think I'm okay. And then I'm in the church, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. I was like, I have to pee, I have to go. So I got up and I went into the bathroom, but it was like a really strange experience of like puking, like while the service is going.
Oh my! I couldn't do it. I'm the loudest puker in the world.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, God.
Yeah, apologizing as you're doing.
I'm like,
but
I'm
sorry. You're on your knees praying at the same time.
It's funny because most people be throwing up, being like, "Please, God, please make it up," but you're like, "Sorry, God,
I
sorry."
didn't mean to do this in your house.
Yeah, that's a sin. I don't know much about religion. I know that's a sin.
And then you go back and Jesus is hanging on the cross looking down at you, like
Judgment.
knowing what you've done. I'm like, didn't you die to absolve me of this or something? I don't know how it really works.
That's so funny. I imagine somebody came into the bathroom when you were like just
It was
Projectile
like
vomiting?
it's like a one stall. It was a one stall per like one man.
I like if I went into the bathroom in a church and someone was throwing up, I'd be like, devil.
yeah.
You would think it's the devil.
Obsessed with the devil.
I'm
Possessed
sure.
by the devil.
I'm lucky. I don't think anybody heard me because I'm pretty quiet and it's like not too close. There's like doors to the church and then like
I puke like a lady. I'm very quiet.
Very quiet. It's like really cute.
It's true though. In the morning, she'll be like, "I puked." Not every morning, but like after drinking, and I'm like, "You did? You puked last
well,
night?"
that's because Ian, when he throws up, it's so it's like a scream.
Mine
You
would be
trying to
the
get it all
devil.
out
It's
in
like
one?
violent.
Yeah, it's like, if you would think it was the devil, if I was doing it in the church, 1,000%. Maybe it would be the devil. Maybe it is the devil. In fact,
It's an
Coming out of you.
exorcism.
And then because you get the big shame overs.
oh, I get the worst. I get worse shame overs than hangovers. Do you guys get this? Where the next morning you're just like, "Oh God, what did I
anxiety.
say?
Yeah.
What did I do? I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I ran my mouth like that. I dress so good all the time."
No, I don't.
You don't get that? You don't replay the whole
lucky.
scenario?
I know. I
The
don't.
dream.
I just usually having a good time. Everyone's having a fun time, so I don't.
I would love that, because that's the thing is I replay every single thing that was said, and then in my memory too, no one else was drunk but me.
Right.
That's the thing I have to consciously remind myself the next day, being like, no, they were all drunk. They're all saying crazy stuff.
Everybody else was the one. That,
All the other people are crazy.
I get that. I get that for sure. If
well,
I'm
you
at a
do
point,
say some wild stuff. Though you have a right to feel some shame when you just calling people out. Shame.
barfing everywhere. No, if I'm like past the point of like if I have blackout moments, if there's anything that I don't remember the next morning, I'm just like in my heart, I'm like, well, I got naked.
I must
Like,
have.
was anything crazy running naked around the street? That wasn't it.
I do. Yeah, I have a theory that there are two types of people that drink, and that's people that black out when they drink, and there's people that throw up before they get to the blackout level. Because I don't black out. I throw up before I get to
Yeah,
like getting
I
too
think
drunk.
I
My
do
body's like, get this stuff out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I've never blacked out, but that'd be nice, maybe, because then I wouldn't remember all the things in the morning.
No,
I'm
it'd
like,
be worse
oh,
for
really?
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
because then I would be going crazy,
You don't
being
know.
like,
Yeah.
You have to call people, be like, did I do this? No, I didn't. Oh no, I was naked again.
oh, I was just naked.
They're like, no, just shut up.
Do you guys do this the next morning? You check your phone. I used to be a really bad drunk texter and drunk Facebooker
Oh
and
no,
drunk
I do the
Instagrammer.
opposite. Like if I know that I should check my phone, I'll like throw my phone in the toilet.
Smart. That's
I'll be
great.
like, guys, I'm going off the grid for a couple months.
no,
Drinking straight
yeah.
for a month. I could-
The first thing would always be that feeling when I'd reach for the bedside table, open the phone, and then scroll and be like, oh, thank God I didn't text just like my old high school friends weird poems in the middle of the night. Just crazy talk.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Alexa, do you?
What's the question again? Do I get anxiety?
Post-drinking.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm like, oh, was that a stupid thing to say to somebody or something like that? Probably not as bad as you. But then I also mitigate that by just lying in bed and distracting myself with TV all day. And then by the next day, I don't think about it anymore.
Yeah.
So that's, there you go. Easily forgotten.
Yeah, that's a healthier way to live, I think. Just like the next day be like, hey, I feel like shit. This will pass.
Try and remember where you threw your phone.
Yeah.
Toilet.
And just never drink Fireball again. One more crossed off the list. What's the drunkest you guys have ever been? Do you know?
I mean, there's a lot of times.
He did say he
Yeah.
never
Writing it
goes to
down.
sleep. He only passes out.
Well, it's just I remember the when you were mentioning the projectile vomiting that there's a time in London, Ontario, I went to visit a friend when we were in university, and
That's a
I
good
don't-
setting for the drunkest he's ever been.
yeah, it was a rough time. We all were drinking so much, and I knew I had to throw up, but someone was in the restroom at the time, and I was waiting outside, and it just came up, and I just all over this person's bathroom, like, and so I'm trying to clean it up, be nice, but never projectile vomited like that before. And then I left. I had to leave because I was so wasted. And I went out to the street, and then, you're in the middle of London, Ontario, where I've never been before, and I'm just doing the military march. I'm going left, right, all over the sidewalk. I finally come to this van, and I
This is you and me. That's it. We're kidnapped.
Well, the van was just parked there in the driveway, and I checked the door to see if it was open. I was like, oh, cool, it's open.
No, a random person's van.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, look, there's a little hat on a seat. And I take the hat, I put it on my head, I hop in the van, and
There's candy all over this place.
next thing I know,
I was driving down the street.
it's 8 a.m. in the morning. I wake up in this guy's van. I have his hat on. I look in the back. There's all this like machinery and a few dead bodies. No, there's no dead bodies. But
This is real?
Tear-stained mattress.
yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. I just slept in this guy's van for a little while.
It's London, Ontario. He was probably like, I
I-
left
well,
my door unlocked.
yeah,
But he wasn't there. He never caught you.
No, that's what I
The
said. I
idea
gotta
of you
get out.
wearing his like work hat,
Matt-
so he opens the dead. There's a sleeping guy opens the door. A sleeping guy in a work hat.
He's just like, why'd you come into my car? You're like, I saw your little hat.
I couldn't resist.
I really hoboed it up that night.
Like a leprechaun
Wow.
siren call or something,
Yeah.
summoning you in there.
So we had to rethink a few of our choices.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't be opening random vans. Dangerous even for you.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, it was not my fault. The hat had a sweet feather in it, and I was like, who's
Yeah,
got
it
a
was the
feather in
hat's fault.
Whoa.
Who's got a feather in their cap? You know, and they put it on.
Victim
like,
blaming.
And then I was asleep.
And then too late.
It was a feather. I was not thinking that was the type of hat you were talking about. First of all, I thought it was a child's hat.
Yeah, I thought it was a sadder story. I'm glad we're to be honest with you.
Well, people have jobs that own vans. You know?
Yeah,
It's true.
like pedophiles,
Kidnappers.
kidnappers.
You know.
I thought it was gonna be like the twist, like drunk man turns hero.
I wish that was the story, but no. I just fell asleep in some man's working van, some working man's van who needs it to pay his mortgage,
And ruined his.
it ruined his hat.
Yeah.
And I had to go back, and they had ruined their bathroom. It was a real nice
A
time.
real piece of shit that night. One time I was at a bar and I was so drunk that I was like thinking I was looking cool, and I'm just leaned up against the bar and I threw up quickly and then was like, and stayed sitting there hoping that nobody saw.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody saw.
I'm sure somebody saw. Oh
thing
God,
about-
I hope nobody saw. But if anyone saw, it's even crazier because then they'd be like, that guy still there.
But then maybe you trick them by like being so they're like, maybe he didn't throw up and I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's an
Maybe I'm
optical
drunk.
illusion. Like when you trip and then you like don't look back on the thing you trip at and you keep walking to look cool. It was like the throwing up version of that.
The thing about puke, though, is it also smells.
And also, you just told us you're the loudest puker in the world. So you're just sitting there like,
And then back
Just a little-
just sitting. I'll have another martini. Yeah, maybe I didn't pull it off as well as I think because also I'm clearly wasted in the story.
also you're in a stranger's van all of a sudden.
Yeah, wearing a leprechaun hat.
I often think, because like when you cut people off because they're too drunk.
I thought you meant like in traffic. This guy's too drunk to drive. I'm getting in front of him.
No, like cutting people off because they're like overserved at a bar. I often think about that and was like, where was that in my 20s? Like,
Like, where were you cut off?
yeah, like nobody, I don't think anybody, like granted I was in like Lethbridge, Alberta, so nobody was getting cut off. But I remember going to like quad night, which would be like 4 shots in one drink. It was like $11 for quad night.
$11 for 4 shots.
$11 for 4 shots. And I'm like, why weren't people cutting people off? Like I remember one time, like I had a friend that was like standing on a table and like peed on the dance floor.
Oh, yeah.
A male or female?
A male.
Okay.
Either
yeah,
way, it's a crazy
I
image.
know, I'm like
Just peeing, just dick out, peeing on the dance floor.
Yeah, it was wild. But
Everyone's like, cool, the sprinklers are on.
but like, and then now it's like obviously you would like, and then having worked in the service industry too, like you cut people off, but like I can't remember anybody ever getting cut off or kicked out.
well, I'm
Like, you
just,
could puke on a.
I've been cut off, but not at the bar that served me. Me and friend of the show, Andrew Bichelle, once drank so much, and then we were like, let's have a race through downtown Toronto. Whoever can get to this other bar at like Yonge and Dundas the quickest wins. So we both start sprinting, and then I didn't know this at the time, but as soon as I went out of like visual, like his vision, he hopped in an Uber and went to his ex-girlfriend's.
oh my my god.
And so I'm just sprinting through downtown Toronto, looking around, being like, I'm the fastest man alive. He's not even in my dust.
Dressed like a polar bear.
Dressed like this. I was wearing this, but I had a bow tie. And I arrive at this other bar out of breath, and I like stumble in there, and I'm like, I guess I beat him. And then I go up to the bar, and I'm
Winner,
like,
number one guy
Yeah.
right here.
covered in sweat. And I go up to the bar and try to order a drink, and she was just like, oh, honey, and just gave me a free bottle of water. And just like, we're like, here, you can have this. And I just sat there playing a helicopter game on my iPhone for the next like hour until
When
last
was
call.
this?
This was a long time ago. I was probably this was probably
okay,
15 years
right.
ago. Have you guys been following this NBA story about the guy with the 15-year-old girlfriend?
Well, when you were 15 years old, were you trying to date NBA players?
Well, I wasn't trying to date. Don't understand it because it's like you are not like you can barely. I feel like I barely hold somebody's hand. Like
Right.
it was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. And like to be dating somebody so much older than you that expects like so much more. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy to me. And like gross from that guy, obviously, for so many fucking reasons. First and foremost, pedophilia, obviously. And then just like, obviously, you're only dating this person because you want to be in control and make them do everything you want them to do and like have no pushback. Gross. It's gross.
Yeah.
That guy's gross.
Well, no, as a
Shame.
15-year-old, they're probably like the best you're going to do is date a year or two older. That's what it was in
Yeah.
high school, I suppose.
Yeah, apparently his defense was that I think he's from Australia, and he was like, in Australia, the age of consent is a lot younger.
I see, anytime you bring up the age of
No.
consent.
Age of consent. Why do you even have that memorized? man?
Anytime that your defense is like quoting another country's like charter of rights for sex with minors, you're like, I don't think you're on the right side here.
I saw a Jeopardy clip, and it was like they said like it is, I don't know, they said like it is 14 in none of these numbers are gonna be right, but like 14 in Denmark and 13 in Poland or something. And the guy dinged, and he was like, what is the age of consent? And he's like, no. And that wasn't the answer. The guy just looked like a total creep.
Oh my God. It was like, no,
Ew.
what? When does 8th grade start? You're like, oh.
He's like, no, man, that's 18, dude.
It's 18. Well, let's change the topic real quick. I can't believe inflation. $11 for 4 shots. Bullshit.
Those were the Four Loko days. You guys remember Four Loko?
I don't remember that.
Four Loko was like an energy drink that came out maybe.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I remember the words, but I don't think that was.
I think it had like
never
4 or
had
5
that.
shots of vodka in it and energy drink, and it was
so
like,
disgusting.
this is $3 at 7-Eleven, and then kids are dead.
Do you remember when energy drinks first became popular and they had like they put energy drinks in like everything? Like Molson had like M2 or whatever.
Yeah,
it
there was like a beer.
or Molson Kick that was beer and energy drink.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was like a Budweiser one. I remember because I got
We stole that off the Drew Carey show when they combined coffee
Yeah.
with
Beer?
Beer. I think it was like Buzz Beer or something like that.
Ew.
And then energy drinks became popular. And then again, they decided to blend them together. And
Yeah.
they didn't even pay Drew Carey a cent for that idea.
Drew
Justice
Carey.
for Drew Carey.
He's doing fine. He's got the prices.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Okay.
Does he host that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you
I really
that
fell
was
off.
the name of it.
I really fell off the
Prices
Drew Carey.
Right?
R.I.P. Bob Barker. He's the only host for me, really.
You're a Bob Barker stan.
Stan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Always had been. Is Stan now the word for fan?
Yeah.
Now,
Like you stand them.
yeah, you've never heard this?
Yeah, no, I've heard it. Obviously, I've heard
Yeah,
it.
we're
It's
all
okay
young.
if you.
This is not
if you
real
haven't
slang.
said, hey,
Your
you can-
routines.
Nah.
I slay standing for him.
Are we standing or you stand like
Stan.
Eminem stand?
It's from. That's where it's from.
I
Because
see.
Stan was such a crazy obsessed fan. That's the derivative of the slang.
Oh, right.
So then if you're
No, I existed before Eminem.
you're not older than Eminem.
No. But well, at the same time,
Yeah.
he was coming to fame in my
In your lifetime.
in my lifetime.
Yeah.
My teens.
Yeah, no.
I see. So fan is Stan. All right.
Yeah, like
Great. This
you-
we'll just keep this content as like you teach me what
Yeah.
the cool kids are saying these days.
and everybody dresses like this now.
And that's
Yeah, this is really cool.
I can see why no one's getting laid out there.
You guys see Hall and Oates are suing each other? I bet you didn't see that coming.
No.
Yep.
Why? I like
Dun,
this.
dun, dun, dun. Wait, oh no, that's not the song.
Well, Hall & Oates is what, sir?
They're suing each other.
Why?
Oh no, Hall versus Oates.
Yeah, Hall versus Oates.
Oh my god, I'd watch that.
Yeah, that's a great Netflix series.
Yeah.
Netflix.
What is
There's
it
your new
over?
content.
Oh, man,
From the
what
makers
would the
of
soundtrack
OG.
be?
Oh my god, everybody guess why they're suing each other.
For
I hope it's something weird.
I know, me too. What's this for?
What? You're not gonna guess? None of you gonna guess? You gotta guess.
For music rights, song rights.
Yeah, like
That's-
that's probably what it is, but that's boring.
I believe that is it. You wanted to be like Hall slept with Oates' wife.
I was trying to think something like
Can you even
mustache
sue for that?
related. I was so excited.
He stole my mustache. Bitch.
yeah, I wanted to grow
I
one.
grew the mustache first, and you ripped off my look.
Exactly. That's what I choose.
I mean, yeah. At this point, what do you need all that? I'm sure they're rich. I'm sure they're famous.
Oh.
I mean, what do you?
You're sure they're
Like,
famous?
I'm
I'm
sure they
sure they're
continued their fame and richness. But they haven't given up. They're still. They both wrote all the songs. They
Yeah.
both sang them together. I don't know a whole lot about Hall & Oates, but I assume
Also, I
they're
feel
doing
like
quite well.
they're
What do-
pretty just like interchangeable. Like, can anybody just?
I don't know.
Well, the one Hall has the mustache. And Oates.
I wouldn't have known, but I do
I'm
love.
assuming they both have mustaches.
Everybody does now.
Yeah, no. So like, and what are they like? 80, 90, 1,000 years
90.
old?
You don't know what Stan is? Don't know how old Hall & Oates is? Oh yeah, 1950s.
You tell me right now how old Hall & Oates is.
I will guess they're in their late 60s. Okay, in 80s they're probably 20 to 30. My guess is they're born in the 50s. You
More
look it up?
importantly, you tell me what their first names are. Is it
Daryl.
Daryl Hall?
Daryl Hall. Is it Brian Oates?
No.
Okay, look it up in real time here.
All right.
Quaker.
It's not Quaker Oates. They're suing him over the cereal fortune.
Yes. They stole my name.
They're 90 years old. I like the idea of them being born in 1930.
They're like 69.
Hall has the most kills in World War II. 98-year-old.
All right.
All right,
All
give
right.
it to us.
Daryl Hall,
I got it.
Yep.
John Oates.
John.
Very simple name.
Great.
How do we feel about the new Beatles thing where John Lennon is there?
The Beatles song, the last Beatles song that was released a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all knew what she was talking about. I just wanted to see you get Beatles
lot.
with John.
John.
Yeah.
Hey, he's back.
Speaking of John, remember that?
Yeah, John Oates, born in 1947, and
Oh, he's older than I thought.
yeah, and Hall, Hohl, I pronounce it, from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, born in 1946.
1946.
So,
So they're like.
I was pretty close to
Are
that.
they? No. Yeah. No.
70.
No.
They're born in 40s? Because my parents are born 58 and they're 60.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was thinking because my dad's from the 40s as well, 42, but he's 81. I didn't do the math quickly enough, but yeah. Anyways,
Wow.
I was still closer.
You were
Nah.
closer than I thought.
See, what's your beef at 75?
But you know what? That makes me happy because that means they were in their 40s in the 80s when those songs were killing it. So it took them a little longer to get there. You know what I'm
There's still hope for
saying?
you, man. There's still hope for you.
Yeah.
This is your piece. This is how you do it.
I'm 49 years old, listeners.
Sing something.
But I've been doing Alexa's tea baths and it's really keeping the skin tight.
Listen, it's a thing. Herbal baths are a thing. There's actually a Canadian brand called Inoki House, and it's like a Japanese bath tea, or it's good for your skin. It's good for your skin. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Let's go draw a bath and toss some tea bags in
Got
there.
some tea bags. Oh, and I
guess.
got this Dr. Teal's melatonin bath. It's really
Knocks
nice.
you out. It would knock you out if
I
you're
don't know
falling
if
asleep
that's
in
just
baths
like
already.
a
I get
gimmick.
mostly
Who is
right
this?
now.
Dr.
No.
Ho?
Dr. Teal's, you know that? It's like the Epsom salt
Dr.
brand,
Teal's.
bubble bath brand. There you go.
A bubble tea bath. It's just all the tapioca balls floating
You got
around.
the straw. I'm not drinking my bath water. Just we keep circling back to me somehow like edible baths. I'm not drinking the
I
bath.
feel like when I was a
do
kid, I
like
for sure
edible
did that.
bath. Next time somebody asks you about like your secret to staying young, be like, "Have you heard about edible baths?"
You have to
tell
eat
you
the whole,
guys,
drink
yeah.
the whole bath.
And then you really hydrate it afterwards.
You're
Your
pissing
skin,
like
your
a
body.
horse.
Recycling everything.
Yeah, we don't let anything go to waste. That's how you empty the bath. You have to drink every last drop.
Keeps you hydrated.
Oh my god,
It
that
does.
was like a friend of ours as she was trying to message her husband once and accidentally texted somebody else. And it was when we were working, and he got a text, and she thought it was to her husband. And she said, if you take a bath, save the bath water.
She texted that to a random guy.
And then texted to like one of her friends accidentally, and then was like mortified, rightfully so. But like they were gonna, she was just gonna top up the bath. But I'm
Oh,
like,
because she meant like, don't drain it, I'll have it next.
yeah, but like of all the messages to accidentally send somebody, like, oh, if you're gonna take a bath, save the bath water.
I'll buy it from you.
Bottle it for me.
Name your price.
Now that's a bath tea.
Yeah.
Marinated, another
I
marinated
think
body
that's a
inside
thing,
of it.
though, that people buy bath waters. Yeah.
Yeah.
From people, like,
how
on,
much
like-
would you guys? For me, for my bath.
You're
water?
selling your
Yeah.
bathwater?
I'd bottle it. It depends. Good
flavored.
prices. Be real.
People will make offers on this.
Be real with it. I don't want to see like $50.
Like,
I mean, that's pretty good for bath water.
you don't care what they're
and-
gonna do with the
Is that not good?
bathwater?
Ooh, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna jerk off in some capacity.
Whoa, listen, I'm sure a lot of people are jerking off anyway.
Oh,
And if
people are
it's
jerking
my
off.
bath water.
Okay, well, you might make a business out of this.
Listen, we're trying to be more eco-friendly.
Save the water? Yeah.
So they're
repurpose
glass
the water.
bottles you'll send it out in?
Yeah.
Yemi, are you willing to sell your bathwater to
Sell
anybody?
your
Yeah, in
Water.
fact, I'm going to go do that right now.
Bye.
That's our show. Scott Yamamura walking off the set. Don't subscribe and don't.
Do we actually have to go?
I think so.
This has been a Pagliacci podcast.